Hi guys, this is Go for Agriculture channel. Today we are going to discuss Arun Katyan chapter 13a, that is water management. Previous lecture we have discussed about agroforestry and its definition and its classification. Today we are going to discuss water management, irrigation and drainage basics. First question is artificial application of water to land for growing crops is called irrigation. So irrigation is the artificial application of water for the purpose of supplying moisture essential to plant growth. Next one, free energy of saturated soil is zero. So here it is a term in irrigation, that is Gibbs free energy. Gibbs free energy for a saturated soil is zero, but for unsaturated soil it is less than zero. Next one, portion of total water soluble, we can say that is total water potential attributable to solid colloidal matrix of soil system is called matrix potential. So matrix potential is a negative pressure potential which result from capillary and absorptive forces, so that it attribute to solid colloidal matrix. Next one, the energy with which water is held by soil is called capillary potential. Who introduced the term capillary potential? It was introduced by Buckingham at 1907 to define the energy with which water is held by soil. Next one, horizontal flow of water in channel is called seepage. Water loss from the irrigational channel is mainly due to seepage. So if the loss is due to horizontal flow of water in a channel, then it is mainly due to seepage. Next one, vertical movement of water in soil or downward flow of water in soil is called percolation. So percolation occurs in water saturated soil, so it is due to vertical movement or downward flow of water. Next one, downward, we can say that the downward movement of water from upper layer of soil is called infiltration. So infiltration occurs in unsaturated soil, but percolation occurs in saturated soil. The difference is that saturated and unsaturated, and another difference is that percolation is vertical and downward movement, but here infiltration only downward movement. Next one, downward movement of nutrition and salt from root zone with water is called leaching. So here downward movement of both nutrients and salt from the root zone with the water is called leaching. Next one, the scale with which we measure force with which water is retained in capillary or soil is called PF value. So the F term denotes force and PF is the scale through which we measure the force with which water is retained in capillary or soil. So it is also an exponential expression of a free energy difference, we can say. Next one, according to Poiseuille's law, rate of flow of water in sandy soil is greater. So what is Poiseuille's law? It expresses the flow of water in a narrow tube. So according to that, rate of flow of water in sandy soil is more than loam and clay. Next one, Darcy law expresses what? It expresses the water movement in the soil. So according to the Darcy law, the formula is quantity of water is proportional to gradient of a hydraulic head. Next one, tensiometer. The concept of tensiometer is that it measures the soil moisture tension, but it has two types. First one is tensiometer with mercury manometer. Next type is with vacuum gauge. First one with mercury manometer, it is used for research, but with vacuum gauge it is used for practical use. Now it measures soil moisture tension. So it is used in coarse soil and its practical limit is about pressure of 0.8 bars. Next one, potential evapotranspiration, we have already discussed in previous lecture. Next one, specific measurement of evapotranspiration, rainfall and water uptake is by lysimeter. Lysimeter is an instrument we measure evapotranspiration. So lysimeters are the tanks that is buried in the ground to measure the percolation of water through soils. These are measured directly. Now the next one important term is that crop water use efficiency. Though the formula is that crop yield, we can say the ratio of crop yield to the amount of water depleted by the crop. That is, depleted means evapotranspiration. So the ratio of crop yield to the amount of water depleted by the crop, or we can say ratio of crop yield to the evapotranspiration. So thanks for watching this video. If you want more and more video, then subscribe our channel Go for Agriculture. If you want PPT, then download from our channel Go for Agriculture. Till then, stay tuned.